Hello everyone, we are going to create a floor plan and introduce the basic architectural drawing conventions such as dimension style, line weight, and so on. In general, a house we see is a three-dimensional building. If we cut and remove the top, we can see the floor of the house. Now imagine we stay at the top of the house and look toward the floor. All we see should be included in the floor plan. The walls, the doors, the windows, the pathways. If we like, we can have the furniture. Let's open the AutoCAD. We can click this button to start a new project. Or we can click the application menu to start a new project. AutoCAD DWT. The first thing is to change the unit for the project. Type UN, enter. Architecture, 0 foot, 0 inch. Inches. Okay? We will use a simple house as an example to create a floor plan. When we design floor plan, we can start with the rooms that should be contained in the plan. In our case, the simple house should have 6 rooms: a bedroom, a bathroom, a living room, a kitchen, a laundry, and a storage. Click the arrow under the text. Multi-line text. Alt-Tab T, enter. Draw a box. We can see a text box. Tap bedroom. If we press the enter key, we will have multiple lines. Select the tab. We can change the font. We can change the size. We can change the line spacing. We can highlight the text in bold or underlining. When we are done, we can click the free space to exit the box. If we want to edit the text again, just double-click it. Then we want to make a copy of this text. To copy it, we can click this button. Or we can type CO, enter. Select it, enter. Click here. Then click here, enter. The best way to add another text is to copy it. If we use the text command, we need to reset everything. But if we copy it, the only thing we need to do is to change the tab. Make 4 more copies. Enter. Change the tabs. Now we are able to create the rooms. To do that, we can use polyline or rectangle. Type PL, enter. 11 feet, enter. If we didn't see the green dashed line, come here. Turn on the power tracking button. 11 feet, enter. 11 feet. Then type C, enter. C means close. If you want to use rectangle, we can type REC, enter. This one, type 6 feet, 6 feet, enter. The bathroom should be smaller than the bedroom. Copy this object. Enter. Make 2 copies of this one. Draw a line between these 2 midpoints of the object. If you didn't see the midpoint symbols, come here. Turn on the object's neck and check the midpoint. Then use the trim command to remove this part of the object. Click this button. I'll type TR. Enter. When a line is touched, a little red X pops up. If we click, the line is removed. The command won't stop working until we press the Enter key or the Space key. Join these 2 objects together by using the Join command. Type J, enter. Then, move each text into its room. Press the Enter key to repeat the last command. Here is the beginning to design our house. Let's make a copy of the rooms. Then we are going to move the rooms to design the basic floor plan. When we move an object next to the other, we want to use the endpoint as the base point of the movement. So we can move it from this point to this point. The endpoints are making sure these 2 edges overlay without any gaps. If we move it from a random point, we will not know whether the lines are overlaying or not. They look like R. But when we zoom in, There is a gap. The endpoint snaps these two objects together. Undo the steps by clicking this button. I will tap U, Enter, or press Ctrl and Z. Let's move them. I want the bedroom here. The kitchen here. The laundry here. The bathroom here. And the storage here. I'm not very happy with the current design, so I'm going to make some changes to the rooms. Before that, I want to introduce a useful command to measure objects. Click the measure, distance, or we can type DI, enter. Click this point, then click this point. The distance of this edge is 11 feet. I use this command quite a lot when I design projects. See, I want to have a larger bedroom. The easy way to do that is to stretch this edge of the object. Select it, then click this point, give it a value, 5 feet, enter. Maybe a little bit narrow. Press the ESC key to exit the selection. Then move the storage here. Measure the edges. Make it smaller. Repeat the steps to adjust our plan. Move it. Stretch it. Measure it. Now it looks much better. That will be the basic plan of our house. Let's make a copy of them. Then we are going to create the walls for the plan by using the offset command. Click this button, or type O, enter. Then type 4 inches, enter. We use 4 inches wall since we are working on a simple project. Walls could be thicker or thinner in other projects. Select this object. Then we can choose the side of the offset, inside or outside. I'm going to do it inside. We can continue to offset the other rooms if the value doesn't change. And then press Enter key or Space key to quit the command. From here, we want to trim the lines. Type TR, enter. This one. Enter. After trimming the lines, we have a bunch of gaps. See here? 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 To fix them, we can use the extend command. Type EX, enter. Actually, I want to extend it to this one. Enter. And trim this little thing. Extend. Trim. The other gaps. Repeat the steps to fix the other gaps. Make a copy of them. Next, we are going to open the rooms up, so people can access the rooms. To do that, we need to cut an opening on the wall and then add a door. Let's say we want to have a single entry door here. I'd like to use the rectangle command. Start at this point, 3 feet. Enter. Move it to the middle of the object. Trim. Draw a polygon. Start at the midpoint, 3 feet. 1 inch. 3 feet. Type C to close. Then draw a line from this endpoint to this endpoint. Then draw a circle from this midpoint. Trim the circle. Then we want to have a sliding door for people to go to the backyard. Rectangle. Six feet. Move it to the middle. Trim it. Then we can draw two smaller rectangles to represent the slats. Three feet. Enter. Interior doors can be a few inches narrower than the exterior doors. Two feet, 10 inches. Move it. Four inches. Trim. Polyline. Two feet, 10 inches. 1 inch. 2 feet, 10 inches. Type C to close it. Draw a line. And a circle. Trim. We can use the mirror command to make a copy of the door on this side of the wall. Click this button or type MI. Enter. Select the object. Enter. Click the endpoint, then click this point. CAD asks us whether to erase the original one. No. Move them. 4 inches. Trim. Here, we may want to use the polyline command. Move it up. A foot. Trim. Add a small door here for the storage. 2 feet 6 inches. Move it. Four inches. Trim the lines. Add the doors. We can use a simple thing for the storage door. Circle. Line. Change color tracking to this. Trim. We also need to label the information about windows on the floor plan. Let's see. Here, we want to have a sliding window. REC. Five feet 6 inches. Move it to the middle of this wall. Now, instead of trimming these lines, we add a line to the middle. That means we don't want to make a complete opening, but to cut a hole in the wall. Select it. Make a copy of it on this wall by using the mirror command. Click the endpoint. Then click this endpoint. No. We have two windows now. Copy this one to here. Then move 5 feet. Let's draw two small windows on this wall. Measure it. Move. Mirror. Measure this. Move it. Measure this. Everything is fine. Please contact me if you have any questions. See you next time.